telling you of the universe you already know, let me describe the one you do not. In this other universe, my mother, Lady Jessica, consort to Duke Leto Atreides, gave birth to a daughter, a girl they named Ariste. Because of her obedience to the Bene Gesserit, Lady Jessica is trained as a truth-sayer. Because of that training, Lady Jessica was able to detect Dr. Yue's deception. Because of the forewarning of his betrayal, House Atreides survived the Battle of Arrakeen. Because of their survival, the Emperor declared a full-scale war of assassins. Because of the war, the Sardaukar were deployed to ensure spice shipments continued without interruption. Because of the Sardaukar, the Fremen were eradicated. There was no Muad'Dib, no Lisan al-Gaib, no Kwisatz Haderach. I see a universe where I, Paul Atreides, was never born. All my visions lead to horror, except this one. This one leads to you. This one leads to you. This one leads to you.
Approach, prisoner. Show yourself, child. Have they told you what I am? Then I will sift your words for lies. Let's begin. Where were you born? A toxic place, and the Harkonnens prefer it that way. Profit above all. There is always work to be done. And millions like you to do it. You had a mentor in your youth, trained by one of the schools. Who was your mentor? Yes, I have heard of us. The test is almost complete. Where were you born? A toxic place, and the Order of the Imperium is rooted in the Farfaluches. A place for every man, and every man in his place. Where is your place? You've risen above your station. Most peons go there and... You had a mentor in your youth, trained by one of the... Yes, I have heard of our sisters giving training outside of the chapter house. It is frowned upon. The test is almost come here. Kneel. Put your hand in the box. I hold at your neck the Gomjabar, the high-handed enemy.
Anyone my YouTube right now,
Don't pull
please,
away
if you
or
got
you
time, go ahead and check out the link up in the description.
Great
Thank
plots
you so much.
are afoot in the Imperium, and the currents of intrigue run deeply. Arrakis is the key, and the Fremen...
What's up, Jose?
The Fremen are missing. You will go to Arrakis as our agent, prisoner.
Got a boss fight that
You
I did
have
up in
one
the
task.
new YouTube video, so check it out.
Find the Fremen. Wake the sleeper. Everything depends on this. Do you understand? Good. You speak truth. But here is the rest of it. There is only one rule. Keep your hand in the box and live. Withdraw it and die. An animal would gnaw off its own hand to escape the pain. And we can only be served by humans. Find the Fremen. Wake the sleeper. You will know when it is done.
been off well. No, not the Al-Shaheed Ahadi. No, Arista said it was just a dream. I agree, but she is almost Sayadina. So then, you're not quite dead. Now you will know a thing that few but the Fremen have seen. For many, the last thing they saw before they were slaughtered. Come, let us speak of our escape. Twin comets in the sky, a rebirth from fire and death, and a Sardaukar net closing around us. Your survival heralds interesting times, Offworlder. You found them, Offworlder. They stood watch over you while you slept. When the Sardaukar began their jihad, they hounded us across the desert.
Everybody who's tuning on my YouTube stream, go ahead and check out my latest YouTube video. That really mean a lot, y'all. Oh, well, goddamn. Hold up, y'all.
I am not Fremen, Offworlder, though I have been fortunate to know them, and to share their water and their customs. Some of my people were caught out by a passing wing of Sardaukar thopters. All they could do was take refuge in the cave, and be ready for the assault to come. The assault never came. The Sardaukar used ancient weapons to collapse the cave entrance. With damaged steel suits and dwindling supplies, we toiled for days to free them, digging until our fingers bled. And all the while we could hear their death chants. Red the night, dusky sky, bloody death, didst thou die. An auspicious place for your rebirth, Offworlder. Whatever black fate awaited you in the Harkonnen slave pits waits for you no more. You are free from the bonds of servitude. Free to pursue a new destiny, whatever that may be. There's a way through the barricade, if you do as I say.
What's up, Joel? I appreciate you tuning in.
Because I dragged your corpse from the wreckage and sealed you in that cave while you recovered. Because you owe me your life, Offworlder. Do not be concerned, Offworlder. I expect very little of you beyond your help to escape this trap. We're gonna need one of their ornithopters. Their protocol is to remain aloft and kill anything that moves from above. That's where you come in. If you can slip back onto the Proteus and locate the command module, you can activate the captain's personal emergency transmitter. He's a noble. They're not allowed to let him die. Leave the rest to me. Here, take this Communinet transceiver.
Oh,
it's essential
shit.
for planetary communication. Now go, and be quick. The Mother Storm is upon us.
That's one thing I don't like. When I move the camera, it feels weird. Like, it doesn't feel optimized 100%. Maybe I should just run DLSS even though. The frame cap on that. That's a little better. Still feels
Stick to the shadows,
weird.
Off-worlder. The heat of the sun is deadly to the unprepared.
Game's got ultra wide monitor support. What? No, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna turn on DLSS, even though it has for some reason it likes to freeze up my PC. I don't know why, but hey. Yo, what?
The guards have sealed themselves inside. Search the prisoners for a cut array. And off-worlder, be careful. The cut array is primarily a mining tool, off-worlder. You'll need it for harvesting resources. Using it to cut open ships is an added benefit.
I gotta grab me a drink, y'all. I'll be right back. All right.